Hey guys, how are you? In this video I'm going to answer a question that I get on my apps all the time, and that is, do I need to register a business name? Do I need to register my name, the name of the business? And when I get a question like that, I immediately, first of all, I get confused. And if I get confused, then I know that person asking is a little bit confused, because this can be answered in two very distinct ways. Now, it could mean that the person is asking, do you need to register the name with the state? I mean, not just the name, but the company itself, right? To apply for like a company, and not just do business as self. This question also could mean, do I need to register the name in terms of like having a trademark for the name? And that is for the purposes of like, if other competitors, they use the same name, or other companies use the same name, and you want to see if either you are encroaching on another trademark, or whether you can trademark your name so that other people will never be able to encroach on yours. So that's what I take that question to mean, and for some reason I get that precise phrasing very often. And so I'm going to answer these two very different, I'm going to give the two different answers to the two possible different questions, because I have no choice. I get exactly that phrasing a lot, and I don't know why. But I think it's because people are confused, so it makes sense to explain both, and just so you can see which answer makes sense for you. So regarding registering your business with the state, at least in the United States, you're not legally required to, but for most cases it tends to be good practice to do so, because it gives you limited liability, liability protection, which means that if somebody sues you, if you register with the state and you run your business through that corporation, then you have liability protection. So if somebody sues you, they're not suing you, they're only suing the business. So they're not going to take your personal assets. Whereas if you run your business as self, then if somebody sues you, then they're actually suing your personal you. They're actually really just suing you. So they can take your house, your car, whatever, So you want to give yourself limited liability, liability protection. And also, of course, if you do register your company with the state, there are some ownership and tax issues that also will change a little bit. So I'm not going to get deep into this, because, for legal advice, I always say contact a lawyer, because I'm not a lawyer. I'm just a business guy, tech guy, right? But certainly I don't give legal advice. So for anything further, see a lawyer. They'll be able to explain to you, and most importantly, they'll actually be able to really outline for you what is the right kind of company to open, with the right tax and ownership implications that will work for your business. And they'll also be able to tell you, is it better to open in Delaware or your state, because Delaware is like the kind of go-to state for them. But they'll basically give you all the insight you need that I'm not really qualified to give you. Now let's go to registering your trademark. So trademarks are meant, trademark is a legal tool. It's meant to protect stuff like company names, company logos, maybe catchphrases. Everyone gives the example of Nike. Just do it. They have that catchphrase. So those Nike logo, Nike name, and the catchphrase, they can all be trademarked. Most of the time you want to trademark the name, or you want to check if your name encroaches on another trademark, because then you might get in trouble if that company wants to say, hey, please don't use our trademark. They are legally allowed to kick you out of that. So what you want to do when you are starting your business is you want to research a little bit about whether your business name is using someone else's trademark already, because you kind of put yourself at a little bit of a danger, because if they try to take action, you may have to change your name and stuff like that, and that's expensive and a waste of time for you. You don't want to do this twice. The way it actually often plays out is ironic, because usually the first name you get some things that are not right with it. So you kind of almost always want to change your name a little bit, So if you do have come into a situation where people ask you to change your name, it actually might not be bad for you, because it might be the push you need to actually change your domain, to change your name. But I'm not gonna get into it. I mean, it's just something that happens sort of once you start going. But anyway, you do want to at least research. And of course, if you like your name and it's not trademark, you can trademark yours, and then nobody can sort of use that name. I don't know if you care if anybody uses that name. I mean, if they're in a different industry, if they're not a competitor. But if you do care, you can always, sort of exercise your rights that the trademark gives you. So that's really the two-sided answer of whether you should register your name, your business name, or your business first. You get this kind of confusing phrasing. So I tried to answer everything. So now there's an answer. Alright, thanks for watching, guys. And I hope this was insightful. Of course, if it was, please subscribe to my channel. And of course, please check out my mobile apps at problemio.com, or iOS, Android, Kindle, Nook, whatever. And they cover business ideas, business planning, marketing, and fundraising, which are the things that, if you're starting a business, that's the things you really need. And they coach you through it. So they're really going to help you. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in my next